I design lights all over town. My sort of niche is new works and diverse works.
Currently, I'm a preschool teacher. I work with 2.5 to 5-year-olds, 40 hours a week.
I work as a consultant for writers. I teach creative writing at Cornish College of the Arts.
I do architectural design of residential houses for a living. I've been designing and building most of my life. Kind of grew up with a hammer in my hand.
What a lighting designer does is uses all sorts of math and geometrics to use light waves to tell the audience where to look and how to feel. All of my lighting instruments are controlled via this computer sitting right behind me. This is a light board. This is one of my favorite light boards that is out there.
During rehearsal, a stage manager is responsible for getting rehearsal props and bringing them to rehearsals for actors to use for what they're actually going to do, for looking over lines and making sure that they're saying the right words and following what they were told to say, for writing down the blocking and the set notes and the prop notes and where everything needs to be and at the right time, and then also taking care of the lighting notes. And so other people are doing that, but I'm tracking it all, so that way when they leave, I can do it.
To begin the process of deciding on the costumes, well, of course it's important to know the script, and you have to have a very good sense of the setting, the history of the place. It's a kind of storytelling, it's a kind of visual storytelling.
When I design things, I'm sort of building it in my head and going through the process of construction and trying to make things buildable as well as elegant and beautiful. We lucked out because Parmita was able to acquire some panels that were already built, and so that was a big boost because basically I was able to refabricate those and change their sizes and shapes. But it gave us a head start. And so I delivered these panels to Franklin's school, and the next thing I knew I was getting these just amazing photographs of these art students doing wonderful things and making them come to life.
I read the script, and the director and I sat down and talked through the show beat by beat, discussed key moments in the show, what needs emphasis, where do we have motivation to change lighting, and where we need to let the text stand for itself.
The stage manager is in the booth when the actors are doing the actual show, so I'm pushing the buttons for the lights and the sound, during like intermission breaks, changing set pieces, changing where props need to go, getting everything set outside so that the show can run seamlessly by itself.
Obviously, dress design in the Black Panther Party was a real statement, so there are certain things that absolutely have to be accurate. The main character dressing as a panther in his very powerful black leather jacket and beret, that had to be factually correct. It's a lot of work. It has to look right, it has to fit right, it has to work for that actor. It's not a day's trip to Goodwill. It takes months and months, and I'm a perfectionist that way.
I work an average of 90 hours a week doing lighting. I usually am working on at least 2 or 3 shows a day. Today I am working on 3 shows. I worked on a show before I came here, and I'm working on a show after I leave here. So my life is entirely lighting.
A lot of my free time is devoted to theaters. I work in Fringe theater because I find that people in Fringe theater are more dedicated to the art than anyone. And it really shows through in the creativity of their work. The stories in Fringe theater are always a bit more honest, a bit more holding a mirror up to what life actually is, and showing kind of the grimier side of it sometimes.
One of the things I really admire about this play is that it's telling the story of a community, and that authenticity really comes out in the play.
A show like this is so very important because we need safe spaces to talk about the issues that it addresses and the history that just gets covered up. I've learned so much in the last year about the Black Panther Party that I never knew.
This play is important. It's timely. It hits the mark in every way, and it's also absolutely so entertaining.
And when you think about everything that goes on behind the scenes, on the stage, off the stage, with all the different players and all the different moving parts that have to come together in order for a playwright to tell a story. It's pretty amazing.